Is Buddhism a philosophy or religion? There is no Buddhism. A few days ago, I was searching Google who invented the word Buddhism. Because the word Buddhism brought us more damage than any advantages. So in Himalaya, we call ourselves Nampa, meaning internalist, that practitioner who inward their thinking and examining the thoughts in their mind, see if their minds are balanced with love, compassion, and wisdom. And this is why we remind ourselves as a Nampa, inner system. Suddenly, this whole thing, name in Western English word called Buddhism. So we translate completely different, associated with the image of the Buddha. And whenever we say I'm a Buddhist, we think of the Buddha. We can never kind of think of the idea of that internalist. So first thing to correct, I think we needed to rethink about how to address ourselves. If you are a Dharma follower, maybe you want to call yourself a Dharma practitioner, Dharma follower in the English word, because when you say Dharma, meaning the truth, the believer, follower of the truth, not follower of idol or Buddha or any religion, but follower of the truth is what we do. And there is no Buddhism to begin with, but say, yet we call ourselves Buddhism. If you ask these questions, how we are Buddhist, religion or philosophy. 2,500 years ago, a university called Nalanda University, with first Asian center for higher education, studying science, logic, philosophy, theory. So these are. It was like today that what we call it Oxford, Harvard, scientists, engineering. At that time, Nalanda was viewed as a center of education, but never as a holy, powerful Buddhist. So, son of a rich man, son of a king, all the rich children would go to Nalanda University to master the higher education of the truth called Dharma. So there are 84,000 of subjects, as well as there are 3 baskets of teachings. We call it Sutra, Abhidharma, Vinayas. So ancient time, if anybody who could go and study in Nalanda University are a star, that outstanding brains and amazing scholars. So in this regard, definitely the teaching of the Gautama, you may call it Buddha. So let me call him as a Gautama, who used to be a prince called Siddhartha. So he is the founder, the system of this whole, the so-called the Dharma system. So later there were many outstanding professors, such as Nagarjuna, many of them, Chandramukhi, and so on, you name it. So there are 8 outstanding masters, 500 of Panditas in India, which today we may call it professors or PhD. So in this, definitely, the teaching of the Gautama is a way of life, as a science, as really an answer to our confused life, to find the true path, to get the truth answer. So my conclusions on this, for me, teaching of the Dharma, the Gautama is definitely a philosophy, and also the simple word is a wisdom, really, is a wisdom. And there are occasions I told people, wise people will follow the teaching of Gautama. Unwise people will follow religion, just idolizing it, believing in a creator, believing in someone looking after your existence. But according to the Dharma, you are your own refuge, you are your own savior, you are a seeker, not a believer. You needed to get your highest self in your existence, and your peace, your so-called heaven is according to your inner awareness. The more inner awareness you have, the higher you go, the more freedom you gain. Some people may say nirvana. They're thinking nirvana is out of this world. Nirvana is within your existence, when you have a greater achievement, when you have the highest authority in your hand, when you're able to actualize yourself further. So that's what we call nirvana. If you use simple English word, it's called a freedom. So you get freedom. So this today we call Buddhism is actually a method, skill, wisdom or philosophy to gain the highest self of self-existence, or to gain the ultimate happiness called nirvana. But unfortunately, because of other religions, Buddhism become very religious. We idolize statues, temple, and we somehow worship, and we name it Buddhism. So this is something very so-called sad, and something that we really have to rethink and overview of our system, and to look at it from the true aspect of what really the meaning of Prince Dharma, and how we are supposed to actualize that meaning of this precious subject called Dharma. So today here myself as a Dharma follower, as believer, or as a inner system observer myself, and you can address me as a Buddhist, but I will not admit that, or don't agree that I'm a Buddhist, and I do not worship Buddha, I do not idolize Buddha, but definitely I'm a big fan of Gautama. I do follow his system, I do live by his philosophy and his way of life. And I do really kind of try to be in the footsteps of this wise man called Siddhartha, and he is my inspiration. And I hope that we all can be on the same path to achieve the higher self of our own existence and able to gain this everlasting happiness through his